afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Activated Journeys. I'm your host, Tia Nicole, and today we have a special guest. Her name is Latisha Thomas, and she is an actress right here in Detroit. So today we're going to talk about her journey and how she got started. So without further ado, let's jump right into this topic. So, how you doing today? Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so how was your drive in? I know it's a little snowy out.
It was snowy. I just took my time and try to be aware of other drivers because, you know, Michigan people can't drive.
Yes.
But
You're right about
yes.
that. The Michiganders cannot drive, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, I've been seeing you all over social media, TikTok. You're doing all these different films and series. So how did you start your acting career? What made you get into this industry?
I don't know. Like it's always been like in me as a kid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I was little, I used to like watch films on the weekends with my cousins, and we would like act them out together.
Yes.
And then, like, you play so and so, I'm gonna be so and so. And so, like, it's always been there, but it was, like, never something I thought I would pursue. It was just kind of like, oh, I can do that, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't get into acting until about 2 years ago. I didn't start pursuing it. And so I just, I was doing YouTube makeup and all that stuff, and I'm like, oh, the camera's there, and people are like, do you model? And I'm like, I can try that. I'll try it. And then, you know, just being in front of the camera and, like, seeing other people do acting projects and stuff. And I'm thinking, like, I think I can do that, too. I remember, like, it was, you know, something there. I had a chemistry with it or, you know, a relationship with it. So it just kind of evolved. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to try it. I'm like, you only live once. So why not just try the things that you think you might be interested in? I might not like it. And just do it and see if I like it. If I don't, you know, no harm, no foul. So I was like, I'm just going to try it. And I fell in love with it. And I'm just like, no, this is it. Like, this is what I love. So
You took that leap of faith and just just went for it. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They just like, they have it deep in them that I want to be a dancer, you know, for, you know, this team here or for a music video or whatever it is that they want to do. And they just like, I'm scared to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's just like, you just got to run with it, hit the ground running, take that leap of faith. You never know what's going to come out to it. Like if you know you're not going to make it if you don't try.
Yeah.
You know you're going to be a failure. But if you try, you never know.
So, yeah, I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And
yes.
So I've been having success with it. So I'm like, okay, it's something to this.
Yes. So I seen the I Vow series. Well, I didn't see the whole series. You're not finished with it, but I seen the first episode. So tell me a little bit about that series and like what role you played in that.
Okay, so I Vow is like it's a series about just marriage, honestly, and just different types of marriages. And so it features 4 different couples, 4 different marriages. And I was in the first episode, and I played Mercedes. And we tackle an issue in that episode. You have to check it out to see what.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you guys the details. So you can go watch it.
What we really are dealing with, but it just features a couple. The couple played by Deborah Lane Spencer and Chaz Hall, and they are Dina and.
Forgot the other name. I did too. It's okay.
Dina and Malcolm.
Okay.
And so for Dina and Malcolm, they're like not new marriage, but they're like
newlyweds, so to speak.
They're in 10 years, but like they've gone through a lot in their marriage, and they reunite with myself, who and it's Elle Martin, and myself, who play Rashad and Mercedes.
Okay.
And old college friends reunite, and you know, it sparks some old feelings, some old memories, and it kind of affects their marriage. So we tell
a little bit of drama there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of drama. It's a little bit of, you know, what, you know, happened in the past being exposed now and things like that. So my character, she's something else, but
something else. She might be that Jezebel spirit. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
But yeah, Mercedes was fun to play.
So what was your experience like during the whole shooting of that series?
It was great. Like we didn't really have much rehearsal, so we rehearsed like one time via Zoom, and then it was like after we rehearsed, I actually started following everybody just to see, like, you know, just following everybody and just getting to know people. And I was kind of intimidated because I'm like, oh, they've been in stuff. They, you know, they're real professional actors. And I'm like, this is my real first gig. Role.
Okay.
Like, I've done a commercial, I've done other things, but I never really got to speak. And so I was like, okay, this is my first speaking role. And L, this is like his first major project. He done like college, like short films and things like that, but this was something big for him as well. So we both were kind of like intimidated by Deb and Chaz, but they welcomed us and they were like really, really genuinely
down
kind, down to earth people. We sat down and communicated before we started filming, and we was just like kicking it as friends, and we got to know each other.
Yes,
and so
I like
we
that.
talked for about a good hour and a half, just like
That's
right before as they're setting up, and just like kind of formed this bond. And it was like, oh, chemistry, like we have that relationship where it was like, oh yeah, we cool, like we can laugh and joke. So in between scenes we're like cracking jokes and having fun. So it just kind of like, it was like really authentic chemistry,
so it made it easier to kind of like have a conversation
as
so real people
so it was like
behind
we were
the
really
scenes.
just talking to each other. So it was like real natural. So I was like, oh, I'm okay now. I don't have to panic. I don't have to.
So I think that does make a difference of just going into like, okay, I'm about to work with these people and act with them, and then you haven't fully met them and had a conversation with them behind the scenes to really get to know who they are. Right. So I think that does take a little bit of the pressure off. Like, okay, I kind of know who they are and had a conversation. So I think that was good. I'm glad you guys was able to talk behind the scenes, and it wasn't no tensions. I hear a lot of stuff like people, they really don't like each other in real life, but they really got to act like best friends on camera. Like,
but we really do. And the crazy thing is, like, we really like each other in real life, but our characters don't.
Yeah.
It's
backwards.
It's backwards, you know. So I love that. But and Ken, like Kenneth Nelson, he's our director. And he was great. Like, he just kind of was like, he didn't really have to do much because, like I said, the chemistry was there, and like he would tell us, like, you know, try this, try that, like. But he did his job, and we didn't give him a hard time doing his job.
And that's what's up.
Really, just natural and fluent.
So I seen you post on Instagram about the so Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
So it's called D Hath film. So tell me about your role in that film, and like when is that? Well, first of all, when is that movie coming out? Do you guys have a release date on that, or? As
of now, like, we really don't have a release date. It's a short film which it showcases like the last day of Donnie's life.
Okay.
And so it just showcases, like, I play Layla, which is his wife, and in the film, well, in real life, his wife, and we're having a conversation, and we're just talking about our life's issues, and he goes on with the rest of his day, and then that's actually the day that he passes away. Well, he dies, so it's just the last day of his life. For a short film, just we wanted to get it to be a feature film, so we're just showcasing a small piece of what we could do. And so we really don't have a release date yet. We want to do the short film route. I mean the film festival route, and then hopefully we'll get a release date after that.
Because he was a soul singer back in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he died in 79, which we don't really know if it was like a suicide or what happened. It was declared a suicide, but no one really knows what really happened. So we're just basing it off of what information we have and what we know about his life, and so it showcases him in a great light and shows a lot of issues that we face in the Black community that we don't really talk about, as far as like mental health issues and marital issues, and so I think it will help people understand who he was in the music industry, and also him as a person.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing this movie, because like they have like the Michael Jackson films, dedicating that to his life, and Whitney Houston film, all these different idols that were like really big back in the day. So I really like movies like that. So like I'm really
biopics, because it lets you into, and it introduces people who didn't know like
their whole story and behind the scenes.
Yeah, because like as a kid I would listen to his music, but I never knew his name. And now when I was introduced to the film, I'm like, oh, I'm like researching about him, and I'm just like, I know
This was
him.
his
I
song?
know him, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. So I think everybody will have a connection to Donnie and say, oh, I do know him, and they will want to maybe learn more about him due to the film. So I think it should be beneficial, and I'm hoping that we can go forward with it. So
Yes. So I see you were popular on TikTok. So you have 70K followers within 4 months, is it?
No, 9.
It was within 9 months.
Yeah.
So that's still a short time frame. I mean, I know a baby can be made in that time frame, but that's a short time frame to go from 0 to 70K. Like, so how did you do that? Like, how did you master that? Like, I had my Instagram for like several years, and I'm just now getting 700.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Like, I have little success on Instagram. I have like 6,000 plus on Instagram, but it took, like I said, like 4 or 5 years to get that. And so with TikTok, I think it was like the right time, right place type of situation for me. I think because everybody was on lockdown.
During the pandemic.
Pandemic, everybody was like bored in the house bored. Not really.
I forgot about that saying.
Right. It was bored in the house.
Break it down.
Right. So everybody was like bored in the house. And I think a lot of people just started joining TikTok because a lot of people joined with me. Like, and we kind of like, I met friends along the way, along my journey. And so it's like, and a lot of them don't even have like the success that I have, and or like we're right neck and neck, some of us. So, I mean, I think it's like I said, right place, right time. Just my content, like I just showcase my acting and I try to like do things that's engaging and movie scenes that I like and
that a lot of other people like too.
Yeah,
a lot of people. This movie.
Yeah, and it just, I think it was like nostalgic for a lot of people because I do a lot of 90s films. I do a lot of things that, we kind of almost forgot about. It's like, oh, people like comment, like, now I got to go watch the movie. You make me want to watch the movie.
We grew up in the best era, man. Like,
So I'm like, I just love the 90s. I'm a 90s kid. So, I mean, I'm born in the 80s, but I'm a 90s kid.
Right.
So, I mean, I think just the content that I did and just being unique about it and just kind of, because I like to, if I'm going to do the character, I'm going to do the character.
Yeah, I'm going to go all the way. Like, I ain't going to have step, but I'm just going to go all the way.
So I think just, like, being myself at the same time and just being unique,
authentic to you and your personality.
Yeah, and just, I mean, I like the trends, but I don't follow them, like,
I see what you mean.
Like, I'm like, I'll jump on it if it's like, oh, I like that challenge or I like this. But I'm like, for the most part, it's like, I like what I like. And, it's benefited me this far. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going to keep doing what I like and being me. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. And it's been working, so.
So I heard they cutting you some checks,
Yeah, well.
that body, I heard they cutting you some checks now.
I mean, it ain't a lot. I mean, because it's based off of, like, views and likes, so it fluctuates. But, like I said, it was enough to give me some groceries, get a little gas. I'm like,
love it.
And exposure. So I'm like, whether they was paying me or not, like, the exposure was worth it to me. So the fact that I get a little chump change, here and there, I'm like, I'll take it. It starts out small, it could grow. It could always
I'm like,
grow.
that's only the beginning. So
so I'm just like, hey,
checks gonna increase, okay? Trust me.
So as long as I got that creator fund, I'm gonna be in it.
So tell me your favorite TikTok. I know you have a lot on your page. Like, what's one that like really sticks out to like, this is my favorite one. I really enjoy doing this one.
Favorite TikTok that I really, that's a good question, Tia. Honestly, I would have to say, can I do like my top 3?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do the top 3 because I know it's tough picking one.
Okay, so the What's Love got to do with it?
Okay.
Okay, so I did the Tina Turner scene, but I played Ike and I played all the characters. And so I like that scene. I like doing that. It was fun. Jada Pinkett doing what's that?
She's playing in a couple movies.
Why can't I think of the name of the movie?
Was it
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Okay.
With Peaches.
Okay.
And she's on the phone. And so that's my second favorite. And then my third one is Will Smith from
He played in a
Fresh
lot of
Prince.
movies. Fresh Prince. Okay.
When he did like the crying scene.
Oh, with
like,
the dad, like he don't want me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I did that one. It was emotional. A lot of people like responded, like you made me cry. Like, that was emotional.
That was like a deep scene back in the day when we
was.
was just like we were always like, dang, this
that
daddy
was
really
like
don't
my favorite
want me.
episode. Like I love Fresh Prince, and like that episode made me like. I felt like he pierced my heart forever. You know, I was like, oh, Will, poor Will.
Right.
Like, the Fresh Prince, oh my God. Like, I felt his pain.
Yes.
Like, so it was like, oh yeah, this is my favorite show, for real.
So tell me about this Pandemic film. So what is this film all about?
Okay, so Pandemic is like our version, the black version of the pandemic. So it just kind of expresses what is happening in the urban areas, in the inner city, and what we're really going through in the hood. You know, during the pandemic, it talks about social injustice. You know, we talk about just stimulus checks. It talks it talks about just like relationships, and then we do like a protest. And I get to like lead the protest, and I get to give a speech, and
so it's like Power for the People, one of them scenes. Okay.
Police brutality, someone gets killed in the scene in the movie, and things like that. So, I mean, it's just pretty much everything that we've been facing over the last year.
Yeah, since the entire, because all the injustice stuff was coming out during the whole pandemic. Right. And then the whole outbreak and being quarantined, so
it just talks about all that. Like we wear masks in the film. Like it's very authentic to
and realistic.
Yeah, really realistic about it. You know, so it's gonna be good. I think it's something everybody, especially like I said, if you're in the inner city or just anybody, for example, just
we all was affected by whether we was in the hood or not.
So I think like it will give people who aren't in the inner city and who aren't, going through what we're going through, like a perspective of what we experience, what we are currently experiencing,
and what we've been experiencing for centuries and centuries.
So I think it just sheds light on a lot of social issues that's like very current and that are reoccurring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when can we expect to see this?
So Pandemic, the movie. We're not sure yet, but if you follow me on my socials, we'll get to that point. But like, I'll keep you guys updated on, so hopefully soon. I'm not really sure.
I'm looking forward to seeing a trailer or like a little
the
sneak peek
trailer
or something.
Is out.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the trailer is out, and actually I haven't posted it yet, but I'll repost it. So,
okay.
Yeah, and then you guys can see that.
Okay. So we talked about all your different films and like all of the series that you've been into. So what platforms do people go and see these, well, not the films, but the films too, but what platforms can we see like the I Vow series?
I Vow is on Urban Flix, so that's like a new, like almost like a Netflix or Hulu, but it's for like urban films.
Oh.
So I Vow is there, and as far as like the others, I'm not really sure. I think Amazon Prime, they'll be coming out on Prime. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on that on my social. So I'm not really sure yet.
Okay, for the films. Okay.
For the other films. So.
Okay. So what's next for you, like in your career? You've done a few things. What's next for 2021?
I mean, I'm playing it by ear, honestly. Because I'm just like, I have, some stuff. I have a director that wants to do a feature film. He wants me to play one of the leads, which I've never, that would be new to me. So it's not like in the books. But I got the script, and, I'm waiting on him to say when, we can film or whatever. So I'm not really sure on that. But so I have that, hopefully.
So is that going to be something here? Or is that out of state?
It's going to be in Detroit. I don't know if he lives in Detroit, but it will be shot in Detroit. So. Okay. And it, I don't know if I can say what it's about. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on it, but I don't even know if I really going to do it or not. But that, and then I'm just still trying to model, trying to do.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
You do good at that.
Yeah, I try.
There's nothing wrong with having your hands in multiple pots now. Hey, it's like I always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
So, hey.
So, And of course, just trying to grow my TikTok following, trying to get exposure that way, and get my acting reel together so that I can approach bigger casting directors and you know,
Hollywood girl.
and break
see that sign over there?
Right.
Well, y'all
and
can't see it, but
actually break into the industry and meet. You know, I really want to find the right management team, or the right, you know, manager to help me, and the, you know, right agency. You know, the agency I'm with, I'm not really sure if they understand what my direction is or what I want. So I just, you know, once my contract is up, you know, maybe find new management and, you know, find someone who can further take me where I want to go.
Yes, I love that. So for all of the directors out there, if they're looking to book you for, you know, a film, a series, or if they're looking to book you for modeling, how do they get in contact with you to book you?
They can reach me. I'll look at the camera. That you can reach me at lovelylatisha@gmail.com, and that's LUVLYLATISHA@gmail.com. And all of my socials is spelled the exact same way, Lovely Latisha, LUVLY. So Instagram is at Lovely Latisha. My TikTok is lovely_Latisha. Yeah, so that's how you guys can reach me on any of my socials.
Yes, well, thank you for that. Thank you. I want to thank you for coming on to the show. That's all we have time for today. Stay tuned to see what's coming up next week on Activated Journeys. We might have another episode of the game show edition, so be sure to stay tuned to see what's coming up. Good night, everybody.